Strong Toyota, leading the way every day. And strong Toyota, symbols of trust.
Upon receiving the word of the death of our citizen soldiers, our heroes, I've ordered our government in a state of mourning, and our island in a state of mourning, and all flags are to be half-mast.
Two soldiers, Sergeant Eugene Uggan and Corporal Dwayne Flores from the Guam Guard's 1st Battalion 294th Infantry Regiment, have died in Kabul, Afghanistan. They were among a dozen casualties from a suicide car bombing early last Thursday morning. According to ABC News, a suicide bomber drove a Toyota Corolla rigged with explosives and pulled up next to a military convoy. Inside the convoy were Uggan and Flores. Also killed in the blasts were 4 American civilian contractors who were part of the convoy and about 6 Afghan civilians, some children. The explosions were reportedly so powerful that it damaged nearby homes and shook neighboring cities.
From all of us and our families and our administration, our hearts and our prayers go out to the families and loved ones, friends of our deceased fallen heroes.
While the Department of Defense has yet to officially release the names of the 2 Guam soldiers, Governor Calvo says he has met with the Uggan and Flores families and has extended his administration's support to assist them during this difficult time.
And I've talked to both parents of Eugene, and I met the father and the brother of Dwayne. And again, aside from our condolences, I've advised them that I will do whatever we can do to help their families in this very, very difficult time.
Military and Veterans Affairs Committee Chairperson Senator Frank Uggan Jr. also extended his support to the families of the 2 fallen soldiers. Senator Uggan expressed his sorrow for the families not only as a relative of Uggan, but also as a Guam Guardsman who's been deployed to Afghanistan himself and as a father who's had a son deployed to Afghanistan.
Just having returned there last June from Afghanistan last June, I can assure the people of Guam that to a great extent that all of our soldiers and all of our military personnel are provided with as much support as they possibly can in terms of creating a safe environment. But I also need to caution our people and our family members that this is a war. This is a war on terror. I think the challenge is always, reserved and praying every single day whenever you have a child deployed, because my son did return in October of last year. And it's just knowing the environment makes it even more of a challenge for me.
Immediately after the attacks took place, Islamic terrorist group Hezb Islami claimed responsibility for the suicide car bombing, ABC News reported. Spokesman for the group, Gulbuddin Hekmatyar, said the militant group had planned the attack for days, targeting the convoy carrying American military advisors. He further stated that a special cell has been created to carry out future attacks on U.S. targets. Despite these threats, both the governor and Senator Uggan say that they've received assurances from the Department of Defense that it will continue to provide additional resources to armed forces in Afghanistan to be able to fulfill its mission safely. Meanwhile, Governor Calvo asked that the island continue to pray for both Uggan and Flores and their families.
As we reflect on this Memorial Day, we reflect on, with all the blessings that we have here today, we have to acknowledge the sacrifices made by our men and women in uniform. And Dwayne and Eugene, they exemplified all that is good. We should use their sacrifices as a stimulation, as an inspiration, for bettering the way of life that we have here on Guam.
Janella Carrera, PNC News.